Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here. Hopefully, you guys all had a very good Thursday in the NBA preseason with that late 3 game slate there, which started at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Very late, but it was kind of cool that it wasn't until later. So, yeah, like I said, hopefully, you guys all did pretty good. Didn't do a video yesterday. The video I did before, most of those picks were pretty good. So, hopefully, you guys picked some of those guys and had a pretty good return. Anyway, we are looking at a recap here of last night for Thursday, and it was a pretty good one for us for sure. Um, this was on the 19th. I didn't do a video for this one. This was the day I didn't do a video. Or was this the day I did a video? I'm not sure. Yeah, this is the day I did a video. I just didn't do a recap. We did win on that one, and then yesterday, which is Thursday, we won once again here on DraftKings and Fanduel. You will see a couple different scores for DraftKings. That is just because we are doing the fill-in 2 spots for DraftKings, so that's why a couple people's lineups are a little bit different. Anyway, this was one of them. Scored a 247, as you see there. Put in 36, 193, so definitely not too bad. Won all double ups and also won in a tournament. Here is FanDuel. Did really good with a 264, top 1% finish. I'll go over this one real quick. We went with Fox here. We heard that Sacramento was going to play their starters regular minutes, around 28 to 30 minutes. So I was like, shoot, got to put them in there against a really bad defense in Phoenix. And, yeah, Fox did pretty good with the 38-2. Man, Curry, 60.2. That's crazy, man. He had a heck of a game. Didn't think he was going to do that. Nobody thought he was going to do that. But, yeah, I'll take it. 60 points. That's definitely the highest I've seen in preseason. Next was Booker. Knew he wasn't going to get a ton of minutes, but he's very productive in the minutes he's given. So he had 35. Buddy Hield kind of sucked, only 21. Didn't have Oubre on my radar at all until the end when I heard he was going to play. I had Harrison Barnes. Thank goodness I dropped him because he sucked. Oubre had 18. Trevor Mann, I don't know how you say it, he sucked really bad, only 10 points. I knew Kawhi coming back, but, he still played 28 minutes. Unfortunately, just not one of those days for him. Montrezl Harrell, not bad. It was either him or Bagley, and they both did about the same. Marquise Chris, I was going to go Spellman, but at the last moment, I heard that Chris was going to get the start, so I put in Chris over Spellman, and that obviously paid off. And then, unfortunately, Ayton kind of sucked. There's no one else that I really wanted to go to there. Jokic and Towns were just too much, and if I went that way, I couldn't fit in Curry. And I thought Ayton had a pretty good matchup here. So, it's just one of those things, but still, 264 is very, very good here last night. So that was that. We have a couple more screenshots that we got for you guys. Here was a 263. Like I said, this is when I left 2 players out. So he put in Poole, and I think Chris was the 2 that he put in. Poole did pretty good as well. Heck of a return right there. $8, 112. So definitely a good one for one of our subs. And once again, here is FanDuel once again. Put in 33, 185. So definitely not bad. Love for you guys to come join us. I mean, there's a ton of screenshots I'll show you guys, but yeah, a lot of our subs are winning some pretty good money. Here's the 263 and then the 247 I mentioned earlier. Just won almost everything last night and didn't put in much money at all. So a very good return for us here last night. Here's another one. Hopefully you guys can see it. I'll zoom in a little bit. It was the 245 lineup, 10, 10, 10, and 15. And then just a couple more. I mean, there was a ton of screenshots last night. And here's another one. Just did straight head-to-heads against some pretty good players here. FJ Bourne, and didn't do bad. Put in 112 and 226. So, yeah, why not come join us? I mean, we're posting screenshots every single day. We put down our preseason to only $20 now. You got to get in. I mean, it's so cheap. Everyone is just making a ton of money, easily making back that $20 in one night. Why not come join us? It's $20. Like I said, preseason sometimes hard to find all the research and stuff like that, who's starting, who's not. Why not cut that down and just come join us? It's pretty simple. I mean, you're watching this video. Why not come join us? Anyway, to get in, it's like I said, $20 per site to get in. Check out our Twitter in the comment section below. And regular season is just around the corner, so why not come join us? $300 for regular season. Sorry, for the season pass, which includes rest of preseason, regular season, and the first round of playoffs. That is per site, and that's a pretty good deal. Retail value at $400, so you're saving $100 if you get in before the season. So why not come join us? We'd love to have you guys on board and win some money. All right, with all that out of the way, let's go look ahead to today's slate. First game, we got Boston and Orlando, and I'll be straight with you guys. I'm really not into this game. I expect Boston to do exactly – well, I guess I like a couple Orlando guys, but I think Boston's going to do what they did last time, play most of their starters anywhere from 18 to 20 minutes, mostly first half, and that's it. It's going to be really spread out. As normal, these are some of my projections. I put some of these guys really low just because I'm going to change them throughout the day, but this is kind of what I got going on. So if some guys are a little low, that's just the way it is. If, they're going to change dramatically throughout the day with all the different injury news and stuff like that. So I got Michael Carter at 14. I think he can easily get you 14-16. He's a very, very solid play here tonight. Especially if for some reason one of the guys for Orlando's out, maybe Augustine rest or something like that, because Fournier did rest last time. So who knows? Maybe Augustine rest today. Anyway, he's kind of a hit-and-miss guy. 2 games ago, he sucked. Last game, he was good. So he's only 3,500. Even if he gets you 14, that's 4 times value. So not too bad on a small slate like that. I mean, on a shortened minutes preseason. So don't mind Michael Carter at all. I'm not too high on Augustine. Walker, he's okay. I don't think he's worth 9,600. They're not going to push him, so I don't have him too much. You got to remember, most of these Boston guys played in the FIBA World Cup, so they're not, Stevens ain't going to go push these guys to go play a ton of minutes. Next, we got Fultz. Kind of burnt us a little bit last time out, but still, he's 3,500, so I think he's definitely worth a shot again. He just had a bad game. I got Fournier at 16. Ross, like I said, if one of the guys in the front court are out, I think Ross could be in a consideration for GPP. Not too into Brown. I didn't. The thing that you will see, I didn't put in projections for some of these cheaper guys just because that would just take too long. So I'm basically highlighting the main guys that I am looking at. I do like Isaac again. The dude's been solid, had 40 plus last time out, so why not put him in there? He can get you anywhere from 20 to 23. Maybe even a little higher. We'll have to see what Orlando does with their minutes. They cut them down a little bit last game, anywhere from 20 to 23. So we need to see what's going on. As we know, first 2 games, their minutes were 25 to 30. So we'll have to see what they do here in this one. But, yeah, for the most part, not really into Boston. I don't really like any of them. I guess if you had to, Tatum, I can put him at 20, 21, 22. But, I mean, he's just going to play the first half, so he's kind of limited. If he doesn't get off to a good start, he's kind of screwed. I don't have Gordon's projections on here because he's game-time decision. Like I said, if he's out, Aminu might get a little teeny bump here. I don't see too many guys getting a big bump. Maybe for sure Isaac will get a bump. So if Gordon's out, I'll definitely bump up Isaac to 23, 24. Then he's almost a lock if Gordon is out. So that's kind of what I got going on. And then Vukovic, he's just not doing much this preseason. So I got him capped out at 21. I'm not the biggest fan of him. I got Cantor. I think he can get you anywhere from 15 to 16, 17. I got Mo Bamba at 14.5. Easily he can get you 16, 17, 18. But since he's only going to play 15, 16 minutes, he is a little limited. Yes, I know that he could definitely go off. So you can put him a little bit higher if you want to. I don't blame that at all. So maybe in a 1 or 2 GPPs, you can go Bamba. As we know, had a good game and then a bad game. So he's probably going to be capped around 16 minutes. So that's the only thing with me. I'm looking for a guy coming off the bench to play more in 16 minutes here. But like I said, he definitely has the ability to get you 20 points. So if I had to pick anyone, I guess maybe for sure Isaac and Michael Carter Williams / Fultz, depending on if somebody does rest. We'll have to see here tonight. All right, moving on. We got Cleveland and Detroit. Another one of those games I'm going to have to see what Detroit does with Blake Griffin. last time. They pushed his minutes up to 27 or 28, and he did pretty good. So if we get word Griffin's going to get you 25 plus minutes again, I like him pretty good. If we get word that he's going to get limited like he did in the first game, 18, 20 minutes, fire up some Wood for sure. But if Griffin does play 25 minutes, not going to like Wood. We saw what happened to Wood last time. So definitely keep an eye on that. Yeah, if Griffin's limited, fire up some Christian Wood for sure. And then Cleveland, I was looking at their only game they played. It was against a team across in Germany or something like that. You know what they're doing. They kind of spread out their minutes for sure. I know it was just kind of a pickup game against a no-name team, but for the most part, they just spread out their minutes and didn't play them too much. So we'll have to see if we get word. Like I said, with most of these guys, if we get word about minute change, then I'm going to change my projections. But for now, I think starters are going to get you 18 to 20, 21 minutes. Probably play the first half, and that's it. If Larry Nance comes off the bench, I think he's a decent play. I might bump him up a little bit, but 7,500, a little expensive for me for a guy that's going to play 20 minutes. I don't mind C.D. Osman if you want to go that way. Not a lot of upside with these Cleveland guys. I don't expect this to be a fast-paced game at all. Clarkson could be interesting off the bench. Luke Kennard, bad first game, really good second game, getting around 21, 22 minutes. I do not mind Luke Kennard. Might put him up a little bit higher in this one. And then I don't mind Rose. I know that's weird to say, but he had 24 minutes last game. And in his first two games, he's not looking too bad fantasy points wise. I know he's a veteran, but the dude's not doing bad. I don't mind Rose. 15.5 gets you 4.5 times value. So I really do like Rose. I really do. He's going to be probably in my lineup, but we'll have to see. Like I said, if he gets you 18, 20, 21 minutes or so, he's easily can get you 15 points. So Rose is one of my top cheap options here tonight. And I don't mind some Drummond either. I think he should still get you 27, 28 minutes, and we know how he is in his time. So, I don't mind Griffin if he's going to get his normal minutes. If not, then go Wood. Don't mind Drummond, and then I do like Mr. D. Rose in almost everything. All right, moving on. We got Chicago in Indiana in this one. This should be a good one here. Once again, I need to see what's going on with Indiana's minutes. Their first two games. Their first game, they played full minutes. Second game, they only played 19 minutes. That was because that was a back-to-back, and the first game went overtime. So they haven't played in about 4 to 5 days, so expect them to get you 25 minutes. As normal, definitely got to check with the coach and see what he's got going on in that one for this contest. But and they're at home, so they're going to want to show it for their home team. So I really actually like this game, and a lot of these Indiana guys are relatively cheap. Got Brogdon and Lamb, maybe a little bit low, but I think both these guys are in play. I'd pick Lamb over Brogdon, but both of them are solid. I could definitely bump up their fantasy points up quite a bit. I like them. I really do. I didn't add Holiday or any of those guys just because I don't know what the minutes are. Probably change that throughout. I don't know why Warren's at 0. I think I had him at 21 or something like that. But yeah, Warren's not in a bad spot either. I do like him. I got Sabonis at 25.5. I think he's in one heck of a spot. We keep hearing it that they want Sabonis and Turner to get some chemistry together since they're going to be playing a lot, and I love him. He's one of my top plays for $6,400. And same as Turner. He's also a very, very good option here tonight. Should get you 25, 30 minutes, and he's in a pretty good spot for 25.5 is what I got him at. So Turner and Sabonis, I love them. Maybe a couple shares of Warren Lamb and Brogdon, but for sure I'm locking in Turner and Sabonis almost everywhere. Moving on to the Chicago side, it's a little interesting to see what's going on here. So Wendell Carter is questionable in this one. He could play. I don't expect him to play a lot, but that also, clogs up a little bit of the backcourt, a little bit there. Well, I guess for the power forwards and centers there for Chicago. So I don't have anything on him. Luke Cornett, don't have anything. Daniel Gofford, I don't have these guys any points right now just because I don't know what's going on with Wendell Carter. You can go young, but the dude's expensive. Markkanen's just not getting enough run for me. So I'm not 100% on him here. And Felicio, don't care about him in this one. Denzel Valentine, interesting off the bench. Otto Porter looked pretty good. You can maybe go that way. I think Chicago's still going to play their guys 21 to 23 minutes in this one, so they're kind of capped by the minute. If you had to pick anyone for sure, I'm going to go Zach LaVine. I got him really high. I love Zach LaVine in this one. And that's mostly it for me. Maybe go Satoransky. He's had 2 really good games, so he's only 5,200. I'd definitely take him over Dunn. I love Satoransky. So Satoransky and LaVine, I think, from the Chicago side, and then Sabonis and Turner from the Indiana side. So I like this game quite a bit. All right, moving on. Washington, New York. These guys just played a little bit ago, just a couple days ago, in fact, and it wasn't too bad of a game here. So one guy that I don't mind is Justin Robertson. I know that's kind of weird, but he's been getting 21 to 22 minutes per game. His first game against the Knicks, I think he had 6 points, 4 rebounds, which isn't too much. And then he played one of those overseas teams a couple days ago, and I think I don't know the stats, but he did pretty good. So at 3,700, I don't mind Robertson. I think he could be very low owned and a pretty good, half decent play if you need to punt. Would I go him over Rose? Probably not. I think Rose has more upside for sure, but you can definitely look at Robertson if you want to. Niakina is not a bad option either. Don't mind Payton, but the dude's 78, so it's a little much for me. Want to see what New York does with their rotation. Last time out, they actually played their starters quite a bit. I was very shocked by that. That definitely goes against what they do, so we'll have to see, see what the coach says in this one with their minutes. Jordan McRae, okay. Beal, if he's locked on minutes, 18-20, I'm not going to play him, but if we get word he's going to play 25 minutes, fire him up. I'll probably bump him up to 25 points, but for now, I got him right there. I do like Rio Hirschmara. I probably messed him up. Anyway, he's from Gonzaga. He's not a bad play. I got him at 17, which I think is really respectable. Knox and RJ Barrett. Barrett played an unreal, 37 minutes or something like that. Crazy last game. So who knows? We'll see what they do here. I just don't like Knox or Barrett. I mean, they're good plays, but I don't know. I'm not really feeling them. Who knows? They might burn me, but I'm just not feeling them in this one. They're good plays. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't know if I have them in here. But Rio is in a pretty good spot for sure. And then our power forward is just kind of ridiculous from the New York side. Gibson, Marcus Morris, Portis, and Randall. Like, really, do you really need that many power forwards? Anyway, yeah, these fantasy points here are a little weird to me. So Portis is probably going to play. He'll probably come off the bench. I like him for 18, 19. Depending on how many minutes he gets. If he gets 18 or 20, he's fine. He's definitely one of those guys that gets you a pretty good minute points off the bench, kind of like Montrezl Harrell. Randall, he should be fine. We'll have to see. Gibson or Morris, I don't know who's going to start. Maybe Morris, but he did hit the guy in the face with the basketball, so maybe he comes off the bench as like a discipline act. I'm not 100% sure. So, like I said, their power forward areas is kind of all messed up, but I do like Randall, and I don't mind a little bit of Portis. I got him a little low, maybe 26, 27, but we'll have to see what's going on with their rotation first and their minutes. Moving on to center, I do like Mitchell Robertson. I do like him at 24. But for me, the steal of the day is Montrezl Wagner. This dude is killing it in the preseason. Go look at his stats, man. His last 2 games are just crazy. He's getting anywhere from 20 to 23 minutes. I forgot to put Bryant on there, but I don't mind Bryant. But even with Bryant, Wagner is still kicking butt off the bench. He is by far my favorite option on the slate. Huge value for him. 5.5 times value, but just by a mile. He's my favorite play, just hands down. So this should be a pretty good one. Definitely don't mind a couple in this one at all. All right, moving on to Philly and Charlotte. Sorry, both these guys should be just playing the first half, and that's mostly it. Going off their trends. For the Philly side, I'm not really into it too much. They only played anywhere from 18 to 20 minutes. I get it. They were against a no-name team, so they didn't really need to play their guys. If we get word, as normal, if we get word they're going to play more minutes, I'll change their projections up a little bit. But as of now, I just don't think they're going to push them too much. So I got Simmons at 20.5. Congrats on his first pointer ever, which is kind of funny, but congrats to him. I don't mind a little bit of Josh Richardson if you want to go that way. Embiid is going to be out, so I think Richardson's in a solid spot for only $5,400. He's going to shoot in limited minutes, and I don't mind it. Charlotte kind of sucks, so I think he can get wide open for sure and be a little bit more aggressive in this one. Harris, I think he's okay, but I definitely would rather have Josh Richardson if you're going to pick one. And then, like I said, Embiid's out, so don't know what's going on. Maybe Bolden, I guess. I mean, he might get you 15. It's up to you guys. And then Horford, I think he ain't going to play much, maybe 16 to 18 minutes, so I don't really care for him. So I'm not really on that Philly side. I guess if you had the pick, I'm going to go Richardson, and that's it. So Charlotte, their first two games, just doing what they've been doing. They play their guys about 20 minutes and then let the bench players come in for about 18 to 20, 22 minutes. Bridges is the exception. He plays 25 to 26 minutes. So I'm not really into Zeller too much. I don't mind P.J. Washington coming off the bench in this one. I think one of the top plays, to be honest with you, is Caleb Martin. I love him. If you go look, another one of those guys, if you go look at him, he's playing 20, 22 minutes and very, very productive in his minutes. I really like Caleb Martin, 3,500. The dude's a steal, to be completely honest, and I like him. I got Bridges a little low. I think he can get you 21. He's a dude that's going to play 25, 26 minutes. So I do like his upside, but I love Martin in this one. I think he's in a very good spot. Don't get Martin mixed up with his brother, Cody Martin. So don't get the wrong Martin mixed up. It is Caleb Martin, not Cody Martin. I know that's a little confusing because when I first did it, I accidentally put Cody Martin at had to get fantasy points. So Cody Martin's out, but Caleb Martin is playing. A little confusing, but I do like Caleb Martin in this one. Moving on, I really like Devontae Graham. He's doing pretty good. Didn't do the greatest his first game, but second game not bad. Another guy getting around 20, 21 minutes off the bench. I love him. Bare minimum, he's almost a lock for me. And then we got Terry Rozier, really good. He's not bad in the first half. Gets you 21 to 23 points. So I really like some of the cheap guys from Charlotte. I just like them. They're letting their young guys play, and I'm gonna play them as well. All right, we got two more games. This is a monster slate, 7-game slate for preseason. It's huge. All right, we got Utah and New Orleans, and to be completely honest, I really don't have anything for Utah. Their starters minutes were weird. They're technically their second game. Rudy Gobert didn't play. He's coming off from the FIBA, so I don't think they're going to play him much. Conley and Mitchell didn't play much. Bogdanovich, I mean, this is weird, really weird. Ingles may play, so I honestly don't have anything to say about Utah until we get news on them. I can't really put projections on them. It's kind of hard for me. But if Rudy Gobert does not play again for this game, right away you have to go to Tony Bradley. I don't have any fantasy points for him, but I love him. And then the only thing that sucks is Bradley or Montrezl Wagner. That's hard. That's really hard. I'd lean towards Wagner because I think if Rudy's out, I think just right away mainstream media is going to go to Bradley because of what he did last game with 30 points. But I like Wagner. I really do. But this is only if Rudy's out. So only speculation he might be out just because they're trying to rest him since FIBA took so long. And, no reason to play him. So I love Bradley if Rudy's out. But, man, Wagner or Bradley, hard decision. But I love both of them on DraftKings. Get some very cheap exposure over there and then spend up like crazy over there. So, Tony Bradley, only one I really care for Utah if Rudy Gobert does not play. All right, New Orleans. They kind of limited some of their guys last game. Zion is just a god. He's just crazy, man. He's doing pretty good. So I got Ball a little low. I think a slower pace game against Utah in this one. I'm not too high on him. I love Alexander Walker. I think this dude's a beast. Um, if you go look at another one of those guys, if you go look at his 2 games, he's kicking butt. So a lot of really good cheap options out here, and he's getting a ton of run for New Orleans, and he has a lot of upside as well. So I love Alexander Walker for cheap option in this one. Moving on, Zion, got to get that dude in there. Ingram, depending on his minutes, I got him at 19 in this one. Could easily get you 21, 22. Nikola Mila, another one of those interesting guys, had 19. I think 19 minutes first game, and second game only had 14. So I'm a little iffy on what's going on with his minutes. So I only got him at 15 in this one, and I think that's mostly it for me. So Bradley, if Rudy Gobert's out, Alexander Walker, love the dude quite a bit, and obviously Zion Williamson are my 3 in this one. All right. I got to take a short break. My voice is absolutely gone, so I'll hold up real quick. All right, I apologize for that, but my voice is just shot. Man. All right, sorry about that. Anyway, moving on. We got Milwaukee and Dallas as our last game here in this one. Another one was interesting one with Milwaukee. They don't really play their guys too many minutes, anywhere from 18 to 20. Bledsoe might be out, so I don't know who really gets a good bump from that one. Rajon Tucker, maybe you can put him in there. I don't care for Middleton. I really don't care too many of these guys. Maybe Mason a little bit off the bench. Pat Connaughton, Dante DaVincio, maybe those guys. But, I mean, shoot. I mean, like I said, Walker and Martin, I think they have more upside, to be completely honest with you. I do like Giannis. I got him at 40. This dude is just crazy in limited minutes. He's a beast. And I think him and Luka Doncic are just going to go straight at each other. And it should be a good one. I like Giannis, obviously. I mean, who doesn't? And that's mostly it. Giannis in this one for me. For the Milwaukee side, and that's it. I don't care for anyone else. And then moving on to the Dallas side here, we got Porzingis. I got him at 24.5. He actually played more minutes than we thought. Carlisle is, like I said last time, an interesting coach during the preseason. Doesn't like to push his guys, but I don't know, man. I mean, Porzingis, he's loving it, man. He's going to be in Dallas here, and he's going to play in front of the home crowd, and I like him. Not going to play a lot, but I think, he's happy to be back out there in front of Dallas, and he's going to play. He's going to play pretty well. So I love Porzingis at 6,900. Like I said, limited minutes, but I think he can make the most of it. And that's really it. And Luka Doncic, I like him, obviously, another guy for 33 points. Luka and Porzingis just hit it off, and they're loving it right now. So I like it. I think both those guys are in very good spots. And Tim Hardaway, another GPP option. I told you guys about him last game. I was a little skeptical. I felt like he could go off, and he had a pretty good game. So that's mostly what we got going on. You guys should be able to make a pretty solid lineup out of everyone. I gave you a ton of value out there tonight. So should be able to stack up pretty good. All right, guys, that is it. Very long video. Thank you for sticking around. If you guys like the video, I really do appreciate your guys' likes. This research takes anywhere from an hour to 2 hours, so I'm doing all this research free for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. I do appreciate the likes on the last video. Thank you for that. And showed you earlier in the video, but these are our results from last night. Once again, another winner for us, so why not come join us? Only $20. We put it down very cheap, easily make your money back in one night. So $20 per site for the preseason, and then regular season just around the corner. Why not get in on some season pass? $300 per site as well. It is a $400 value, so you're getting $100 off. So to get in on it, check out our Twitter in the comment section, or obviously, like I said, it's right here. So easily just type that in and message us. We'll get you all set up, and that is it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Probably no video for Saturday since it's only a one-gamer. but we'll probably be back at it on Sunday. I think Sunday is an early slate, so we'll be back at it on Sunday. All right, guys. See you guys a little bit later. Hope you guys all have a good Friday.